This'll be fun. This is a video I've been wanting to make for a very long time. Now, I've been getting a lot of requests asking, who is that engine in the background? Or, who's that red engine? Or, wait, is that someone I saw? Well, today we're gonna answer those questions. Now, let's start back at the very beginning, where someone actually acknowledged it, and that was Battle 604, with this clip right here.
Who are you, little boy? Hello.
Okay, I understand this isn't the best angle, so we're gonna move to this clip right here. Now, this is the only other image I have of this engine, or the first rendition of Margaret. Now, her first name was actually Jessie, because I just wanted a little saddle tank that was an 060 that could have been somewhat related to Scott. And if you actually search this up and search up red 060 saddle tank named Jessie, you'll actually find it, and here's an image on the screen. Now, at first I really didn't like this rendition because it was basically just another Montana and Scott being an 060. Now, I like them, but I've already got 3 being Derek, Scott, and Montana, so I decided to change it. Now, this one's a bit of an interesting one, as this one is actually a 442. Now, I thought this would have been really interesting, being that, you know, I already had a bunch of 060s, so I thought, hey, let me just mix in a larger engine. But as you can tell, the way it was built, like, it looks nice, but as time went on, it just ended up, like, I ended up disliking it. It was too long for my liking. It looked a little too wide, even though it wasn't like 6 wide. Like, that's my typical scale, but it just felt so off with this engine. And I think I even did try making it like the running board like 7 wide, but obviously I couldn't. But man, this engine was so nice, but it was just a weird rendition. I don't know, it was just not my type, I guess. Now, here's an interesting one. This is an E4 rendition. Now, again, I really loved how this engine turned out. I thought it looked a lot better, and it actually kind of fit in with how I wanted this engine to look. But as you can tell, I'm too indecisive and decided to just scrap the engine. Like, again, loved how it looked, but I just did not like how it was, and I really did consider this a keeper, but I honestly just didn't. If I can find the stream, I did also make a 040 diesel shunter, and I liked it, but it looked too tall, and especially since it was supposed to be like a Ruben / Derek mix, so eventually I honestly didn't like it. But the E4 was a nice model, but again, I just ended up like growing to not like it. Now, as previously stated, I did make an 040 shunter, but there was also a Furnace Railway 040, which is the one you see on screen, and there was that 060 tender engine I made, which was, honestly, another keeper. I did almost consider keeping this engine, but as my friends had later suggested, make more engines than rolling stock. No, wait, I said that backwards. No. But yeah, that's what I considered it, because I didn't need more rolling stock, and honestly, what is an engine without rolling stock, honestly? And now we are at the last and latest model of Margaret, which was this 040 little saddle tank. Now, this was a guaranteed keeper. I loved the simplicity of it, and it honestly reminded me of 1339 from the GWR Railway. But as later been told, the engine looked a lot like Percy, and I proved them wrong, saying if I flipped the cab, it would look like Percy, which it did. But then eventually, as stated before, I had grown to not really like it, because I have Ben, and I wanted Ben to be a little unique to himself, being that he was the smallest in my fleet. You may think it's Ruben, but it's actually Ben. And we actually have a little bit of a sound, which is actually this little clip right here. Yeah, so yeah, this was the latest version, but now we're on to modern day Margaret. Now, a lot of people saw this engine and were like, damn, you chose a great basis. And honestly, I know. But back to the model itself, some of the stories, or I guess history that might be with this engine is that she will basically be working around the docks and will basically have a sort of Lily Lightship vibe. But she won't be like the female type, she'll be more of the tomboy type. And speaking of Lily Lightship, her and Montana might have a bit of a Hercules Lily Lightship vibe. Ooh! I know so many people are gonna hate me for that, but it's my thing, leave me alone. And honestly, I talked to some of my internet friends and they said they were like really surprised that I would go that way. And they kind of liked it and they thought it'd be really cute. But yeah, this is basically where I want Margaret to stand as of now. Maybe I was considering doing her as a tender engine, but basically in this style. But we'll just have to see from there. But I might just keep her as it is as of now. But then again, I like choosing different models. And yeah, see you guys later. And I'm glad you guys really like this engine. Goodbye.